What is up, guys, and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to be doing my 2016/17 Premier League predictions. I'm going to be telling you guys my Premier League predictions. So you guys are going to be seeing the table on the screen. I don't know what gameplay you're going to see in the background, but let's just get straight into these predictions. So today is the 15th, so match day 1 did already happen in the BPL. Chelsea and West Ham are actually playing right now, but yeah, that's irrelevant, so I'm just going to get straight into these. So in 20th, I have put Burnley, just because they did just get promoted into the Premier League, and in my opinion the only big player is Andre Gray, who is a FIFA king. He's amazing in FIFA, of course, and they don't have much squad depth in my opinion, and they need more players like Andre Gray if they are going to succeed in Burnley. Who knows, maybe Andre Gray is going to go super amazing mode and score 30 goals and be the Premier League Golden Boot winner, but who knows. But in my opinion they're going to be relegated and they're going to finish in 20th. In 19th place we do have Hull City. They did beat Leicester, the champions, the defending champions, this weekend in game day 1, but I feel like they're not really prepared for the Premier League, and they haven't made many signings or any signings at all. They have lost their manager, and I think they did get a new owner. I'm not too sure, but yeah, they need more squad depth, and they only have 13 senior players who are fit at the moment, so I don't think they're going to succeed in the Premier League in my opinion, and yeah, I think they're going to finish in 19th. So in 18th place I do have Sunderland. They have escaped relegation too often. Of course, they did escape relegation last season as Newcastle did go down to the championship, but they did stay alive in the Premier League, and I thought that it is the time for Sunderland to go down to the championship. They have been saving themselves for too long, or not themselves, but Jermaine Defoe has saved them too many times, even though I believe Jermaine Defoe will have a great season, but I don't think it's going to be enough to save them. Yeah, they have not been doing too well, so yeah, they did lose their first game against Manchester City, so we'll see how that goes from now on. In 17th place I do have West Brom. In my opinion they have not shined too much recently and are very inconsistent. They're one of their only outstanding players is of course Salomon Rondon, their goal scorer, who is pretty decent, but he's not that goal scorer that they do need, because he doesn't get up there in the goals, just like Jermaine Defoe and Harry Kane and them in the bigger teams. In 16th place I do have Swansea. Yes, we'll just go with that. They have just lost Andre Ayew. There we go. Yeah, okay. And they don't have any real goal scorers in my opinion. They have Gomes up top, I believe, and I don't know if they're gonna have Eder. They're going to call him back from his loan at Lille, of course, in the French league. But I don't know if Eder is owned by Swansea or not. But yeah, I don't think they have a real goal scorer as well as West Brom. So I think they're going to finish lower down in the table. And they're very inconsistent as well. And they're really not a standout team. They do have Leroy Fer, I think, in the midfield as well. But apart from that, they don't really have many outstanding players. And they have just lost Ashley Williams to Everton. Or they are about to lose Ashley Williams to Everton. In 15th place I do have Bournemouth. Wilson was injured most of the season last Premier League season, and them staying in the Premier League was a dream for them. Of course, many people didn't think they were going to stay in the Premier League, and I believe they will stay in the Premier League once again, finishing in 15th. So I think they will do a bit better this season and stay up once again. I think they have made a couple of signings. Of course, they have Gradel as well at left wing, and I think they did sign another striker. I'm not too sure, but yeah, Cook of course got a center back. Cook, the center back, did get a team of the season, of course, so that means he did play well. I'm kind of just basing my predictions off FIFA, of course, but yeah, 15th place for Bournemouth. I believe they will finish in 15th. In 14th place we do have Middlesbrough. Of course, they did just get promoted from the championship as well, along with Hull and Burnley. I feel like they're going to be the only club out of the 3 promoted teams to stay up. Of course, they have made some good signings such as Guzan, Valdez, and Negredo. Of course, they do have Ayala at center back, of course, as well. I think they did just sign a left back and a right back as well. I'm not too sure who it was, I forgot, but yeah, Guzan and Valdez are going to be 2 solid goalkeepers with a lot of experience, and Negredo up top is going to be a good signing for them as well. Hopefully he does score more goals than he did at Valencia and Manchester City. In 13th place we do have Crystal Palace, who have just lost Balassi to Everton. I think Balassi was announced at Everton today, just joining the Blues. Of course, he's going to be number 14 for Everton, but they are looking into getting Benteke from Liverpool. I did hear they're going to use the money from Balassi, selling Balassi to Everton, which was about 30 million to try and get Benteke from Liverpool. Of course, Benteke not really fitting into the system, just kind of like Balotelli. Klopp is trying to get rid of him for the same amount of money that they did buy him for. And if they do get this goal scorer, they could finish higher. Of course, I'm talking about Crystal Palace, but only main signings have been Steve Mandanda and Andros Townsend, who was at Newcastle before, and I don't see them finishing too high and finishing in 13th place. In at the 12th place spot, we do have Southampton, who have lost Ronald Koeman, Sadio Mane, and Graziano Pelle. Of course, Mane going to Liverpool, Ronald Koeman going to Everton, and Graziano Pelle going to the Chinese League, Chinese Super League. I think he's one of the highest paid players in the world now, so yeah, that's just insane. I think that was a good move for him because he is getting kind of old, and I think getting that big money is good for the rest of his career. But yeah, Southampton 12th place. They have not signed any big players, so I don't believe they will finish high, as well as Fonte, whatever you want to call him, being linked to United, of course, their captain at center back. But yeah, I think Southampton are going to finish in 12th. In the 11th spot, we do have Watford, because I have a feeling that Ighalo and Troy Deeney will have fantastic seasons, and they have signed some decent players such as Zuniga, of course, the Colombian right back, left back, wherever he plays. He used to play left wing, I believe, as well in one of the old FIFAs. But yeah, Zuniga, great player. A lot of pace, of course. A lot of people joke that Watford just signed pacey players such as Barbaro as well that did sign. But yeah, Troy Deeney and Ighalo do have good seasons in the beginning sometimes, and then they kind of wear off towards the end. So if they do have consistent seasons, I can see Watford even finish higher than 11th. But yeah, I have put them in 11th. Okay, so now we get into the top half of the Premier League table, and at 10th place I do have Stoke City. They did have a short spell of good games last season, and I feel like they will once again and will just get into the top half. Of course, Arnautovic and Shakir being their kind of outstanding players, and I believe they are fantastic players. And we'll see if Shakir can pull off another bicycle kick. We'll see if he can do it on a rainy night in Stoke. In 9th place, I do have Everton, of course. They have just signed Koeman and Balassi, of course, how I said before, being announced today for Everton, and possibly getting Ashley Williams as well. They did sign Stecklenburg in goal, getting rid of Tim Howard, getting rid of Tony Hibbert, of course, the legend, the man himself, AG3 FIFA. I know you love him. But yeah, they did get rid of Tony Hibbert and Tim Howard, of course. Tim Howard going back to the MLS, and Stecklenburg coming in as a direct replacement. I believe they did sign one more goalkeeper. I forgot who it was. But yeah, they do have Joe Robles as well. And I believe they will do much better under Ronald Koeman. 9th place, I don't see them getting higher than that. Yeah, but I think they are going to finish in 9th. In the 8th place slot, we do have West Ham. They were fantastic last season, and they almost got European football, and I believe they will finish 8th. Of course, Payet and Noble controlling that midfield, and Agbana and Reed, of course, those two center backs with Adrian in goal was pretty decent, and Agbana and Reed did hold it down pretty well. Of course, Payet, Noble being fantastic in the midfield, controlling that, and Andy Carroll when he did get like 2 hat-tricks in a row, I believe, when he came back or something. I don't know, but Andy Carroll, if he does have a good season, then he will lead West Ham to just great things and maybe possibly European football. And I hope you guys couldn't hear that freaking truck in the background, just like smashing things, the garbage truck. But yeah, they did finish in 8th place, West Ham for me. In 7th place, I have put Leicester City. I want them to be like 4th or 5th or 6th, something higher than 7th. But I have to be realistic, and I think they are going to finish in 7th. Losing Conte is kind of a big blow for them, but at the same time, I don't think that it's that big of a blow for them. I know I just kind of contradicted what I said, but I feel like they won't do as well because they are distracted in the Premier League, of course, and they did only use mostly one squad for the whole season last season, not being distracted by European football. And now that they do have European football, they're going to be a bit distracted by this, and I don't feel that they are going to do as well as they did last season. In 6th place, I do have Tottenham Hotspur, of course, Spurs. They have great young players and have a great team in attack, midfield, and defense, of course. Harry Kane, Son, Lamela, Eriksson, Dyer, Alderweireld, Vertonghen, Kyle Walker, Danny Rose, and they do have Lloris in goal. I feel like they do have a great team, and I feel like they will just miss out from European competition. I hope they will do better. I kind of want them to do well because they do have a very solid team, and Harry Kane is probably one of my favorite strikers in the whole world. I don't know, I just like how he plays. And yeah, I do have Tottenham Hotspur coming in at 6th place. In 5th place, I do have Chelsea, just missing out on the Champions League, and I don't think they're going to be consistent, in my opinion. That's just what I think. Only big signing has been Conte and Batshuayi, of course, center mid and striker, which I don't think will make too big of an impact. Conte will play in that dual CDM slot with Nemanja Matic, and Batshuayi I don't think it's going to get much love, and he's going to be more of a bench player when Costa isn't performing. He will be subbed on or something like that. But yeah, I don't think Batshuayi is going to make much of a difference. And maybe Antonio Conte can change a lot at Chelsea, but not enough to get them into the Champions League. So yeah, I do have Chelsea in 5th place. In 4th place, I do have Arsenal. As always, they will finish 4th, as it does look like they will not sign a striker, of course, being linked to Lacazette, Higuain, I believe Morata, and Icardi, not signing any of them just yet. And I don't know what to say. Like, it's just sad, and the only player they are looking to sign is I forgot one of the center backs who it was, but I know one of them is Shakhtar Mustafi, which I feel like they will struggle due to focusing on the UCL and BPL. Yeah, so I think they will finish in 4th, but Shakhtar Mustafi will be a good partner for Koscielny, maybe taking Mertesacker's place, and Gabriel will have to probably leave Arsenal as well. Yeah, but I hope Arsenal do well. It's kind of sad how they always finish 4th, but yeah, I do have them finishing 4th. In 3rd place, you guys might think this is kind of a weird one, and yeah, this is just kind of a weird one, but this is my opinion, of course. I do have Liverpool finishing in 3rd place. They had a great preseason, and this is Jurgen Klopp's first full season at Liverpool, of course, having a very good transfer window, and they are looking solid after beating Arsenal 4-3 after match day 1. And this is one team I want to do well this season in the BPL. If I have to support one team in the BPL, it is probably Liverpool. But yeah, I'm not really a supporter of them. I just want to see them do well. I like their players. I like Jurgen Klopp. And hopefully Loris Karius does come back from that freaking injury. It sucks that they have Mignolet in that, even though he did save Walcott's penalty, but did get scored on like 60 seconds after. But yeah, I hope they do well, Liverpool. And I feel like they are going to have a European competition once again and finish in 3rd place under Jurgen Klopp. Now, we move on to the big two, of course. City and United are left. And who do I have finishing in 2nd? I went back and forth. First of all, I said Man U, then Man City, Man U, Man City. I didn't know who to say in 2nd place, but I did go with Manchester City in 2nd place. They do have some good signings, such as John Stones, Ilkay Gundogan, and Leroy Sané. But honestly, I feel like their defense is still too weak. Clichy, Sanya, Zabaleta are all getting a bit old, but they do have experience, which is good. But I feel like if Clichy performs well, Company gets back in form, I believe that they could challenge 1st place for the title. Of course, Sanya is like 34 years old, but still plays well. Zabaleta is like 32 or 31, and he does want to stay, or Guardiola does want Zabaleta to stay, and I just feel like their defense is a bit weak. Of course, Otamendi being good in my opinion. John Stones, if he does do well, he could become a good partnership for Otamendi, but will probably be on the bench most of the time. Yeah. So their midfield in Silva, Torre, and De Bruyne is absolutely fantastic, and Fernandinho might even move to center back, as stated by Pep Guardiola before in the season, which wouldn't even be bad, but he is kind of short, so I don't know how that would work out. And the strike force in Aguero and times Iheanacho, which he does come on as a sub, will definitely score a lot of goals, but Sterling and Leroy Sané might need to have a good season if they are to push for the title, especially Sterling, because he did do well in the beginning of the season, did prove that he is worth 50, but then after he flopped and he didn't do bad, or he did do bad in my opinion. He did terrible, especially in the Euros. Did horrible. But yeah, Manchester City in 2nd place. In 1st place, I do have Manchester United, 2016/17 Premier League champions in my opinion. Ibrahimovic, Mkhitaryan, Pogba, and Bailey, of course, their new signings, and they have absolutely made some ridiculous signings while already having Rooney, Martial, Depay, Smalling, Mata, and arguably the best goalkeeper in the world at the moment, David De Gea. Smalling will be fantastic if he is in form like he was last season, but his other defense partners is what really matters, as in Bailey, Blind, Luke Shaw, and Darman will have to perform if they are to have a solid back line. Of course, we have seen previously David De Gea save United many times because of the weak defense, but if he has another stellar season, then I feel like they will win the Premier League, because David De Gea is David De Gea and he's absolutely amazing. And especially after putting Mourinho as head coach, I feel like they will all just become better players overall. And honestly, in my opinion, I keep saying in my opinion, honestly, I just keep saying those two words. I should have like a counter up top to see how many times I said it. But I feel like Pogba is overrated, but I think we will have a decent season, of course, being kind of a nuisance in midfield because he is that kind of raw player and that strong player. But yeah, I feel like he will be decent. And while Mkhitaryan and Martial will provide most of the assists, especially Martial, because he's just fantastic young talent, and I hope he does well this season as well. But I believe Manchester United will win the Premier League 2016 through 17. So yeah, guys, these have been my predictions. I have been talking for over 18 minutes now. You guys will probably see this video go around like 12 minutes, something like that, after I cut out all the parts. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Make sure to have some discussions go down in the comment section below if you guys don't agree with me in my predictions. But yeah, these are my predictions, and I will make a reaction video at the end of the Premier League season to see how close I was. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Maybe some Liga, Bundesliga predictions. Of course, Bayern's going to win that, and I don't know. That's pretty much it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you next time. I'm out.